Hey there, YouTubes. This is Grimweird back with more MC Eternal mod pack playthrough action for Minecraft 1.12.2. So where we are at, sorry for the background noise here, but so I picked up a rock crystal that was down here or over by my ravine. I have an illuminator illuminating this area, a cave illuminator from Astral Sorcery. I've also got a cave illuminator in my base here, in the middle of my base, illuminating this area. I picked up a rock crystal ore over here. I got 2 and 2. According to my resonating wand, were at least a couple more in this area. So I thought I'd dig down here, and if we go down through the levels, sorry about the running water noise. And we're freezing up a bit there. Alright, so if we go down here, you can see this is our big dragon area. This is the room the dragon bust into. These are the tunnels that the dragon is busted into. So we're sort of back over here, west of all that mess, hopefully avoiding the dragon. I put another cave illuminator up above this area, so you can see that we don't have anything spawning in the region. We got a couple of probably lava octopus or whatever those things are over there. And we're going to try and pick up some more of these rock crystals here. If we take a look, so I have my resonating wand in my offhand, and you can see I've got some sparkles. So there's one down there, and then there's one at the bottom of this beacon. And then I think there was one... there's a third one over there. So we probably got 3 ores in this area. So we're going to try and get them. Another reason I came down here, of course, I'm looking for more iron, so I can finish my putting resistance on my Construct's Armory Tinker Armor. But I also wanted to get alternate means of repair. So this magma block allows us to, if we take a look at that, the magma anvil, I believe it's called. Yeah, so this will repair things with lava. So now if this stuff does take too much damage, I can repair it with lava if I need to before I get around to building a powered anvil. So it was good to pick up some of that. So I've got some of that. I'm going to pick up some more. The other thing I'd like to do here is grab some netherrack. There's a few pieces here and there of netherrack. The thing I could do there is I'd like to make some fire mills from extra utilities to give myself. Ooh, I need nether brick fence too. So I got to pick up some more nether bricks, and these fire mills, when you place them over a fire, they will generate GP. I like these bad boys for early game stuff, so I want to pick up some netherrack to light on fire and set these on. And so I'm going to want at least, if I could find myself, 16 or so netherrack, I would be happy with that. If not, I can try and bop into the nether real quick, so it's not a huge deal. But since I'm here anyway, I think the nether's pretty crazy here. Let me see if I can get that ambient sound down. Options, music and sounds. Okay, it's not that. Let's go to mod options, dynamic surroundings, config, sound options. Alright, well, I'm Don't want to spend a lot of time digging around there, so instead of that, let's go ahead and just... I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Yeah, that makes it a little more tolerable. Alright, so I want to pick up a bunch of this stuff, just because I don't know when I'll get to the nether. May as well have some of this. And then I want some netherrack. Doesn't look like there's a lot of plain netherrack here. And I'm also going to want a bunch of nether bricks. So we'll pick some of that up. May as well get myself some soul sand while I'm here, in case I want to make something out of that. What's that? Block of coal? Sure, I'll take that. Let's go ahead and try and tame this place a bit. Try and calm the water down a bit. Hey, an emerald. I'll take that. And a snowball, of course. Another emerald. See, I think for now I'm going to throw that up there. Throw that up there. For now I can throw that up there as well. Netherrack. Alright. So we're still looking to get down here. It's daytime now, so I'm not 100% sure that stuff shows up. Let's go ahead and dig down this way. So here's some bedrock. Let's go ahead and turn that rock crystal beacon off. Hello. Says it's 83 meters away. That don't sound right. There it is. So that's the bad boy we're looking for. Oh, I should have made a scannable card. I don't suppose I have the stuff on me for that. Of course not. To remind myself the next time I hunt for this, what I'll do is I'll make myself a object card, and the next time I hunt for this, I will right click on this. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Derp. I can go ahead and silk touch this bad boy. Oh, and it broke anyway. Alright, apparently that's not silk touchable. I can try to have, I think my sacks of holding are taken up with spawners. But that's alright. Ain't the end of the world. And what's going on above me? Let's get rid of that. Pick up another one of these. A block of netherwort, that's nice. Sort of want to tame this lava a bit so that I don't lose whatever I grab. Am I hearing some critters? No, it must be ambient noises. Oh, hello, lava. If only there was some water around. Yay. And I have... May as well pick up a couple of buckets of lava. So anyway, I guess I can pause here and finish things up. So bottom line is I just wanted to show you guys this thing here. There's a spawner up there. What is that a spawner of? Let's go check that out. Skeleton. Don't need it. Did I grab all this stuff? Yes. Pick this up. Another block of coal. There's all sorts of good stuff here. More netherwort. Oops, did not mean to do that. Alright, well anyway, you get the gist. So there I've picked up a couple of rock crystals. That is nice. I made the second tier of the Astral Sorcery thing. I made the light well for collecting liquid starlight. I made the linking wand to make us transform iron ore into starlight metal ore. So we got all that action going on. So that is good, good, good. And so now I basically just want to file all that stuff away. I also finished a quest and got a creative modifier. It'll add a modifier to a tinker's thing. So my immediate thought was, ooh, I could add extra, modifiers to my armor or tools or what have you. But when I hit use, I see that you need one for the angel rings. So I just got to double check where these come from. So you get one for completing or for having a bunch of rubber chickens. Anyway, I don't know. I got to keep an eye on that. I don't want to waste that on an extra modifier slot if it's going to slow me down from getting an angel ring. Alright, so where are we at? I would still like to get at least a dozen more netherrack or so. I got plenty of magma blocks now. Wouldn't mind having some more soul sand. And then we want to find those other... It's still daytime. So as soon as it comes to nighttime again, we will be able to see those other two guys. So there's one off that direction. Gonna keep looking around, I guess. Coal blocks are nice. As are more chests. Whoa. Gotta be a bit more careful there. Smite 5. So once again, the Cave Illuminator is sort of trivializing these dungeons, which, is not the end of the world as far as I'm concerned. Depth Strider 3 and Punch. More emeralds, more diamonds. Yes, please. Go ahead and break those just because if something happens to the light. I don't want them to suddenly become active on me. Some more soul sand. More blocks of coal. More nether wart. I do need a bunch more obsidian too. Oh, it's those things. Oh, I think they shoot at you. They do shoot at you. I haven't gotten close enough to see what the name of those things are, but I think they shoot fire at you, and they also, you gotta really be careful because I ran into a boss one of the yellow ones that had vortex, and as I think we've mentioned or seen, vortex will actually pull you towards the monster, and that's no fun when the monster is in lava. It's just downright rude. I'm not getting much iron at the moment, but I am getting plenty of other stuff. And I am actually hungry, so let's go ahead and eat that. And I got a bunch of other food up here that I should eat. Because I'm real close, maybe a food or two away from a couple more hearts. Hey, there we go. I need 10 more for another 2 hearts. Cool, cool, cool. That shouldn't be too hard to come by. Let's see if I can grab some of this without dumping lava all over myself, because I will need more of these to finish up my armor resistance as well. This pickaxe is so slow, but at least it's unbreakable now. No lava, good, good. Where do we want to head from here? There's a bunch of those octopus over there. I don't really care about that. I know I got a rock crystal back in that way. Is it night again? It is night again. See if we can spot where that where more of those rock crystals are. There's one there. I think the other one is it's off there. So there and there. What happens if we do that? Hey, we find some iron. Whoa! And some lava. Ay caramba. Dum-da-dum. Let's build a little wall there. And we want to go under the basalt and under the lava lake. Thank you very much. Oh, it's not going to let us, is it? Platinum, yay. Not sure we're going to be able to sneak past all this lava, but let's give it a shot. The cave illuminator's being a bit slow on the uptake, so we'll deploy a torch. No basalt, no basalt, no lava, no lava. We got lava. That one might just plain be under a lake of lava. We're getting so close. So close. Yep, I can smell it. I can smell it. Almost there. Destabilized redstone. That's not what we're looking for. Come on. Whoa. Thought that was lava for a second. Gosh, I guess it's possible that is actually underneath here. Coal ore. The things I go through. This one's being a real pain in the butt. So I can't squeeze through there. So I'll have to come down through that. See what happens if I silk touch that destabilized redstone. Oh hey, my cave illuminator showed up to the party. Alright, well that one was a pain in the ass to get to. I'm going to try and silk touch it again. And no, it's not silk touchable. But I got 3 that time, so that's cool. Well, that was exciting. And it's sunrise. So I think I just lost tracking on the other one. All right, let's cut it there. I'm going to go back and dig up some more nether stuff and wait until sunset again, and then come back here and look for the other guy. It's going to be down here somewhere. So I'm going to pause here, and I'll continue on my merry way. And if anything interesting happens, I will bring you guys back in. Otherwise, I'm going to try and get some other stuff done. I need to get a bunch more iron. I'd like to get a few more nether products here while I'm in the area, since it's certainly easier to do it here than it would be fighting all the craziness in the nether. I might take a peek in the dragon room again, see if he's far enough away for us to steal a few more chests from him. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright, and I am back with another rock crystal ore. So I was over under this thing here, dug through here. This is about where I got the last one, was in here somewhere. Over here, or no, it was actually over there. Here, I just vein mined the stone and had to sort of work my way around this huge lava pool here. Fortunately, it's covered in basalt, so as you can see back here, I was able to just sort of vein mine stone, and it left the basalt intact, so it wasn't too horrible. Or I should say it could have been worse. So we're going to come over here, grab that, and grab that. So there's another couple of rock crystals. And so this is the beacon that I placed at ground level up above. So I was pretty accurate on that. So it does help with the extreme darkness here. You can see how dark it gets just within several things. I believe that is a mod called something like Hardcore Darkness. And it makes it sort of hard to find things down here. Just looking for the sign of it, as we were just doing. But above ground, they're much easier to see at night, and then you can mark them, make a thing. Oh, it's 84 meters because it's 84 blocks up above us, and we can turn that off. All right, and so now I'm under a huge pool with a couple of the octopi in there. Where are we? So we're almost back to our dragon area. I think I'm going to come out into this ravine and go south, try and break into the backside of this room. Our dragon should be, I think it's still trapped over in this area, so I should be able to loot a good share of this room unmolested now that I have it lit up. So I'll pause here, and I'm going to work my way back to this ravine that is above me, and come over here, try and drop down into this water, and then come up under here, or maybe just come across from the ravine into this area and see if we can't loot a bunch of this stuff. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so the same way I sort of vein mined stone to get around that basalt lining that huge lake of lava, I'm now vein mining stone to go around the outside of the charred cobblestone and whatnot, picking out the occasional emerald ore that's appearing on the outside, and I'm working my way back around towards this back end here to get nice and far away from our dragon, and then I'll break through and into there. So yeah, just heading around here. Occasionally ores do spawn on the outside of this, as do the occasional chests. So I am just sort of working my way around here, picking up anything interesting like electroblobs, mana crystals, and anything else that's interesting here. More iron, thank you, yes please. I am still under the effect of my go ahead and do this. I still am under the effect of my cave illuminator. Oh, as you can see, I've just popped one up there. It's just a little slow to react sometimes, so I don't mind. Oh, and here's an example of ore being on the outside. And I finished off the unique foods I had with me, so I gained another 2. Is that clay? Yeah, I'll take some more clay. What the heck? And some more. Oops. And some more iron as well. When I was going to make this armor, I did notice that there were like the supremium, the whole mystical agriculture metals thing. Some of those are really good for this construct armory tinker's armor. Unfortunately, I started calculating how much inferium essence I would need to bootstrap my way all the way up through prudentium, intermedium, etc., superium, yada yada, and quickly realized that it's like, oh, I would need thousands, so that wasn't quite doable yet, but that stuff is pretty good too. Go ahead and grab that. Getting a good amount of emerald ore here. It's going to be even more if I can get inside unmolested by dragonage. That did stress for me the importance of picking up, going ahead and mining inferium. I should get tons of inferium once I set up a mob farm though, so we'll do that when we get to there. Alright, so now I'm on the back side. Is there a monster here? Oh, it's this guy. So now I'm on the back side of this, so I'm going to go ahead and break through gently and quietly into our dragon lair. There's our dragon off in the distance. He's far enough away that he shouldn't molest me too much. There is something, come on. There's some critter running around out here. I think it's spawning back in here and then running out. Don't know what it is. It's moving around pretty fast, so it might be one of those flying things. Oh, no, it's a zombie. What the heck is that? Bounty seagull. Alright, cool. So I need to be a little bit careful about things spawning over here and coming in, because it does get dark over there. So I'm going to go ahead and wall this up a bit. Hopefully keep things from coming after me. And I think I have this room pretty much unmolested, as long as I don't get too close to that dragon. You can vein mine the piles of gold if they are touching, so that makes picking up these a little faster. Plenty of emeralds here, so that's nice. Wouldn't normally worry too much about the gold, however, I did use up a bunch of it making my armor. And I still haven't found hardly any aluminum, which is concerning. So I've been using gold to make my tinker's casts, which is seems like a waste, but there's plenty of gold to be had here if you're patient enough to pick it all up. There's that dragon snout off in the distance. That's a biggin. That's a stage 5 biggin. Got a bunch of diorite as I was coming around. Alright, well, you guys don't need to see me do all this. I'm going to pull out all of these gems. I'm going to get a bunch of this gold nuggets. Again, you're thinking, nuggets? Well, I'm already up to 251 nuggets. So that's quite a few ingots. So it does add up pretty quick. Iron, yes please. Let's just take a look at what's going on here in the chests. More gold. Again, I'm thinking this is probably a female because I'm not seeing a lot of diamond gear here. Usually the males can't give you an egg, but to make up for that, they will have like enchanted diamond gear and whatnot in their chests. So I actually consider it a good sign when the chests are a little on the unproductive side, because that means that's probably a female, and I do want to grab an egg. I'm going to have to train at least one dragon to operate a dragon forge and make myself some dragon steel armor. Throw some diorite up there. I don't know what I'm going to need with these gems, so I'm going to hold on to them for now. At least in Enigmatica 2, you can also find fuel for nuclear craft stuff, but I haven't seen any of that. I also haven't seen any uranium for like Industrial Craft 2, but that makes sense since Industrial Craft 2 isn't in here. Dragon is asleep, so that's a good thing. I don't mind that at all. It can stay that way for as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so it's looking like the chests aren't going to be too exciting here, which is fine. I am largely here for emeralds, because you can get a whole bunch of emeralds if you're patient enough to dig them all out of the walls here. And lapis, I haven't seen a ton of lapis, so I'm eager to pull some of the lapis out of the wall as well. But that looks like about all the excitement we're going to have here. I don't plan on waking that dragon up quite yet. I don't think my weapons are up to snuff. I think I would want a little fire resistance. I do have a fire charm, and they are makeable, so I can make more fire charms. But I don't think my weapons are up to the task they have hundreds of health and they regenerate. So you really need to be hitting and whacking them pretty hard to make too much progress there. Alright, so this is probably getting boring already, so I am going to pause here. And I just wanted to show you me chasing around after nether stuff. As for my goals, I got 21 netherrack, so that's plenty of netherrack to set up my fire mill plant for generating GP with fire mills. I got some nether wart blocks and some soul sand, so I can grow some of that if I need to. I got magma blocks, so I can make a magma anvil if I decide I need to repair things with lava as opposed to repairing them with precious materials, so that's nice. I got some more nether bricks, so that's good. I've got 2 stacks of obsidian, so that's enough obsidian now to make the rest of my resistance modifiers for my armor. I got several rock crystals, so I'm set for rock crystals. I got 74 iron ore, so I do still need some more iron. So I'm going to finish cleaning out this room, and when I figure it gets a little too dangerous and a little too close to that dragon, I will go ahead and go back to digging around down here for iron. So that is the plan, and I will come back. I'll check the runtime, pause here, check the runtime, and then we'll see what's going on, depending on how much time I have left in this episode. So be back in a second. Alright, so my bag's filled up, so I am back. Just finished unloading my bags and making some stuff. I did loot a bunch of bars, so I put some windows in. That's been a long time coming. Again, this is still pretty grim looking. Not at all architecturally interesting or visually aesthetically pleasing, but you know, whatever. I gotta wait until I get a bit more established and get some better stuff. I did want to show you, again, I captured this floating crystal with a sack of holding and transported it over here, built up a little tower, placed it on top of it, removed the tower, and you can see it's affecting here. I do have now my tier 2 guy, even in broad daylight. It's got a decent amount of starlight on it, and at night this thing should be pretty close to full with that floating crystal. And you can also see the 4 little rays of light coming down to these. So these were iron ore that I put down, and I have now transformed into star metal ore, and that's all I need for right now, probably of the star metal, but I can just show you how that works. If I left myself any iron, I got 1 more iron ore. So it stays linked to those positions, but let me get my rod out and unlink it. Actually, I don't want to spend iron on this, but let's turn a pumpkin into a cake. I don't think I've done that for a while, and I should be able to do that. And where's my linking wand? Here it is, linking tool. I needed a rock crystal to make that, so I've made that. I needed a rock crystal to make this and to make this as well. This is a light well, so it you put either aquamarines or rock crystals in there, and it turns into liquid starlight. As you can see, these are linked up there. If I right click on this and if I shift, if I do that, I can now link more spots. And so now you can see a 5th ray coming out to that spot, but I don't actually want to transform that. That won't transform into anything. So if I shift right click, yes, shift left click, stop linking, shift right click, there we go. So stopped linking. So when I do this, so now there's no beams coming out of it. Nothing is linked anymore. We're going to put down... Actually, let's go ahead and do this. I could use a little bit more. So we're going to put that down and that down. Nothing is linked right now. Put my linking tool in my hand. We're going to right click on here, and now everything that I click on will be linked until I stop using it. So we're going to link that. Linked collector crystal to a block, and you can see the little particle effects coming off of it and a beam. And we're going to do that one too. Again, now you've got a beam and some particle effects. And now if I take it out of my hand, you'll see it says stopped linking. And so now I'm not linking on anything anymore. So we'll let that cook. So things are going well here. I gotta go collect my apples. Apples. Another thing I should mention is that I haven't cleared up all of the gardens here. If you leave the gardens alone, they will actually propagate. So every once in a while, when there are 2 or 3 extra ones here around these gardens, I come out and pick them. So that's been helping me stay in food. Alright, so let's grab these. Again, the apples, when they have a green leaf along the top of them, that means they're ready to pick. And they got that white and yellow shiny spot on them too. So all of these guys are ready except for that one. No green leaf, no shiny spot. And the sun's going down. You can see the more things you link to, the more divided the starlight gets, and so the longer it takes. So I put 4 down before I left because I knew I wasn't going to be back here and wasn't in any hurry. But you can see now I've got I need the star metal. So that's one of the starlight transformations. We go linking tool. Oops. Uses. No. How about if we go star metal ore. If we click on this, okay, so this tab, Starlight Transmutation, that is what we're doing. And if we hit U over that, you can see we can turn magma blocks into obsidian, sand into clay. That can be a useful one if you're in a clay deficient area. You can turn diamond ore into emerald ore. I forgot about that one. You can do nether wart into that, sea lanterns into lapis. That's another one I might do. I gotta go pick up some sea lanterns. Sandstone into instone. That can be useful if you need instone for something and you aren't making it to the end anytime soon. Netherrack and another brick. Here's what we've been doing with the iron ore and star metal ore. And pumpkins into cake. Boom. Ah! A rifter. So is there a rift around me somewhere? Don't know. I'm gonna come in here and sleep. Didn't take much damage though. Didn't even have my boots on. I think my armor is doing well. So one of the quests is I'm supposed to put a cake down for some pixies and tame a pixie for something, I think. So I'm going to go try and... can't remember if you can pick up a cake with... Silk touch a cake. Yes, you can. Tame a pixie using a cake. And there's a task for a cake. So I did things. What were the things I did? Oh, so I don't actually have to tame the pixie. I just needed to make a cake. Alright, well, I'll take it. Magical boomerang. Never really played with those. They seem a bit dicey. A bounty on seagulls. Nice. Ooh, an injection chair. I was going to need to make one of those for my vampire hunter task. Now I don't have to. Honey bread. Garbage pile. Alright, whatever. So this is one of those ones I think you can just click on it to open it up. You don't have to do anything. And then that unlocks the rest of these. And now apparently if you accidentally kill a siren, a cockatrice, trolager, birds, etc., various things here, you will get a bounty for them. Let's see, what else do we got? Challenge. Apparently I've gone a decent amount of time without dying. Ooh, I got another creative modifier. Nice. If I get enough of those, I can actually... Oh no, tell me I didn't, like, not get it. Whew, there it is. Throw that up there and that up there. Alright. Uses. So I want to save one for an angel ring. That's a no-brainer. This is the second one I've gotten as a loot reward. What is this? Earth Talisman. Dragon Egg and a Cyclops Eye. Those are things I could theoretically get. Blah, blah, blah. To wield Geomancy. Punch Boulder to fire it. Alright, so I may want that or may not. Sounds a bit... That sounds a bit gimmicky, so I don't think I need that. So I may actually use this creative modifier addition. Some ambrosia, that's good stuff. Alright, so I showed you the transformation. I showed you my advances in Astral Sorcery. So the goal here is to actually get to the perks. There's a couple of things that I love in Astral Sorcery. The Cave Illuminator, as you have seen, is godlike, especially in this pack where there are so many underground dungeons to light up. But then the other one is I love the perk tree that you can get to, but you have to basically get to the, I think, 4th crafting altar to open up the perk tree. And you have to attune yourself to a constellation. But that perk tree is absolutely fantastic. So we want to get to that. So I'm going to keep pushing away on Astral Sorcery in the background. And there are other things like rituals and whatnot that are also cool. Which I haven't needed much of in past packs, but I might use them in this pack depending on what's available to me. Let's see. We throw this food away or put this food away. Honey bread, yay. Am I almost to the, oops. I'd like to finish out this yellow bar. Ooh, I need 40 more foods to get the next 2 hearts. That's going to take a while. Alright, so I didn't get enough steel. My bags filled up before I got enough iron, I should say. Iron to make it, but I did make 10 more resistance. I already have resistant 3 on the boots. So let's go ahead and... Okay, you got to do these one at a time, apparently. Fair enough. Six, 7, and 8. 8, and just to verify, no, I cannot put any more. So we'll slap that on there. So now we've got our leggings, our demonic leggings and boots are now both resistant 8, so that is 16% resistance to all types of damage, except of course drowning and starving and probably void as well. And another 16%. And it's time to move on up the body. Let's put some on here. This has taken a lot of iron. Iron isn't that rare, but it is taking me some time to do that. Fortunately, I've been doing other stuff. So, again, I wanted to get some of this and some of this and some of that. And I got some nether stone, emeralds. So I have 11 emeralds plus 34 emerald ore. I didn't even get the stuff out of the ceiling or whatnot. I got sort of bored of digging around there. They're easy to get when you have an angel ring and you can like fly up and mine the ones in the ceiling or really high up the walls. But even there, if I average, a couple of emeralds each, if I can get looting, I'm going to put luck or what have you on something here soon and break all of these. And so that's going to be, probably a stack of emeralds right there. So that is nice, nice, nice. And I have also been picking up diamonds like that. And I just learned that I can turn those into emeralds with starlight transfusion or transmutation or whatever it's called again. Let's go ahead and test that out. As you can see, it stays linked to that spot. This does allow you to use, block placers and block breakers to automate this if you have a lot to do. The only thing I know about that I've really seen that could be useful is there is a Botania flower that will eat food to produce mana. And so I've seen people will automate placing pumpkins, turning them into cakes, and then having the cakes be used for mana. And that's apparently a really good way of making mana for Botania if you're doing a lot of stuff in Botania. I don't think I probably will in this pack. I'm not a huge Botania fan. I've gone through it a couple of times in Enigmatica 2 just to complete the mod pack and open up all the stuff. But I'm not a huge, huge fan. All right, so where are we at? Rats. So we got 2 of these bad boys, one for our angel wing, and I gotta figure out where I want to put it. I might put that on the chest piece of my armor, or I might put that on my unbreakable pickaxe. I haven't decided yet. I sort of want to try a flux bore and see how that is, because the leveling system is dialed so slow on this mod pack for the Tinker's stuff that that does sort of nerf Tinker's tools a bit. Alright, and what else is there? I was going to open this bad boy. So some loot reward. Hard carbon leggings, not too exciting. We'll recycle into 7 hard carbon alloy. I probably will make an arc furnace eventually when I get into tech stuff. Or you can melt them down into 7 ingots, if that'll work with lava. If not, I'll have to find some other fuel. And let's sleep, and I think that was about all I was going to cover today. So I need to go back out and make another iron run, and I will probably where am I going to go? This is sort of interesting. So you can sort of see here. I've cleaned up most of the. I didn't get all the tiny piles of gold off of the walls, but you can see the floors of these two rooms still have lots of gold piles in them. Our dragon is over here, but you can see I've cleaned up most of the gold there. So that's sort of interesting. What else? What else? What else? Probably going to go down and there's probably a bunch of crates and stuff over here. I think I'm just going to go down to ground level and do some more mining and look for more iron over in this area since it's lit up. And then call it a night. But I'll do that off camera. So I'd really like to get, I've got resistance 8, resistance 8, resistance 5. So I need 11. I need 44 more blocks of iron. I got 2, so I need 42 blocks of iron. So yeah, still got a ways to go. I'm stalling because I sort of want to see if the if this diamond turns into emerald. Still working on it. What else is there? So this, once I get enough iron to finish this off, we got another, 11 levels of resistance to put on here. I did take a look at the mending moss, and I decided against that, mostly because the magma anvil and the powered anvil are in the game. So I think as long as these things will survive like a normal hit, I don't care if I come back to base and they're like, at 20% durability, as long as I can repair them pretty easily and cheaply, which I will be able to do with either lava or power. So that's not a big deal. So I may go ahead and put some other stuff in here. We shall see. What other things were there again? Let's see. Modifiers. Speedy. There are other ways to make myself run faster. Resistant, we're already doing. You can't put the other ones on there. Diamond, we're doing. Emerald, this not worth it at this point. Reinforced. If my durability is going down low, too fast, I will do a level of reinforced. Sticky. I do have some cobwebs now. So I wonder how this works if they hit a particular spot, so that like if you have to have all 4 armor pieces be sticky to ensure that your enemies are slowed. I'm not sure how that works. That doesn't require a modifier, but I will put nether stars on stuff. I could put amphibious on the helmet. Could put powerful on the chest, or maybe telekinetic for another 2, an extra little bit of reach. I guess I don't really need much more stuff. About the only thing I'd really like to do is I'd love to have 5 more modifier levels and make these unbreakable. So maybe I'll just go ahead and plan on putting reinforcement on them. That's just 8 obsidian each. So I would need to get some more obsidian. but I'd only be able to do, I only have one modifier available, so that would be 4 times 8 is 32. Anyway, I'm babbling. It's getting late and I'm babbling at this point, so I'm going to shut up. Oh, that's the other thing I did do. I got a decent book, a book of Unbreaking 3 and Power 4, and I added it to my bow. That bumped my power from Power 4 up to Power 5 and put Unbreaking on it. So basically, the one thing I really want to get on now is multi-shot, and I'll have a decent bow. Again, even the best bow may not be as good um, as some other kind of ranged weapon here. However, I did take a look at the Tinker's weapons, and they are suffering from the same problem. If we take a look at where is my sword? I may have actually even thrown it away by accident, thinking it was a stone sword. Anyway, my Tinker's sword that I had at the beginning, it also took huge amounts of experience to level up. And if you can't put lots of modifiers on the on like a crossbow or a shuriken, I'm not sure that it becomes that awesome. And I don't want to have to cheese some way of leveling it up by setting up some sort of AFK spawner shooter kind of thing. That's just crazy. I probably could do something like that. Make it with paper, put a ton of reinforcement on it to make it unbreakable first, and then just sort of like set up sort of auto spawning, auto shooting situation where I just kill and kill and kill and kill with it. But that is cheesy and annoying, and I don't want to deal with it. Hey, emeralds. This is what I was waiting for. Sweet. So you can turn diamond ore into emerald ore, which I like. Oops. I should have just picked those up and waited until I had looting to break them. But we'll do that again. Because I got a lot of diamonds. I got that one chest in that one dungeon that had like 8 blocks of diamond. So I've got a stack and a half about of diamonds, including what's in my tank now. All right. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling now. Thanks for watching. Getting there. Did a lot of mining. Got further on my armor. Things are looking good. I'll talk to you again next time. Bye.